In this video, I'm going to show you step by step everything you need to know to build your first AI agent in n8n. And if you stick around until the end, I'll show you also how you can get access to all of the material for free. If you're new here, my name is Giovanni, and over the past 5 months, I've helped more than 50 businesses with AI automation and generated over $50,000 with my AI agency, all with zero technical knowledge. With that said, let's get into the video. Before jumping straight into n8n, let's just give some quick definition for us to be aligned on what are we building and what is the difference between a workflow, an LLM, or an AI agent. Starting from LLM, we refer generally to ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Claude, Gemini, whatever. And these have an input, which is manual input provided by us. Then the LLM processes it, and then it gives us an output at the end. We have a pro, which is we can keep on iterating our prompt up until we are satisfied with what we receive. But the cons is that we cannot actually access any tool, meaning ChatGPT could help us write an email, but cannot access our Gmail and write it for us. That's exactly when we move from LLMs to automations and workflow automation in this case, where we have a process that does not require anymore to have anything triggered manually because this trigger is automatic. And in this example is basically whenever you receive an email, do something. Then we have the LLM that processes it just right here. And then we can actually send the email with our Gmail. So workflow automation introduces one more thing, which is it gives you access to these tools and then you can do stuff, which is writing an email, accessing a DB or whatever. But these things are rigid, which means that unlike before that we could prompt it so many times until we were satisfied with our output, here we have only one shot, reason why we talk about one-shot prompting, in order to get the result. If we get it wrong, we cannot do anything and we just need to accept the workflow or open it and go change it inside up until we are satisfied. We then move to AI agent, which is the best of both worlds, basically, where you have one input and what we will build now is a chat input, so we can chat quite a lot of times. And then this input will be processed by the AI agent inside here, and we will have then an output. So on a top level, this works exactly just like an LLM, and we will see that a part of the AI agent is exactly an LLM, but it has the additional part that it can access the tool just like the workflow automation. Why is the AI agent so good then? Because inside the AI agent, we have a brain, which is constituted of LLM, so what we said before, and a memory, meaning that it stores information, things that we actually don't do with a workflow automation, right? We just go left to right, and then whatever happened in the previous workflow, on the new workflow, it's lost. Then we have access to tools, as we were mentioning. So whatever tool have a possibility of connecting to our AI agent, so have an API or some sort of possibilities, you can use it. And then you have exactly what you have in the other two, which is a system prompt that will help us, the AI agent, to perform better. Great. Now we have all of the definition in place and we can jump in n8n and build it. Great. Now this is the interface of n8n. And the first thing that we are going to do if we want to create an agent will be to give the agent an input. And we mentioned we want an input chat. We're going to press plus, press here chat, and we're going to have a chat trigger, meaning that this workflow will start when we start chatting with it. Then in here, we're going to press plus. There is the node AI. And here we can press on AI agent. And for now, we don't worry about anything else. And you will see that now the theory that we just discussed comes very handy. Because in here, we have that we need to connect a model, a memory, and some tools, which is exactly what we just discussed. So the first thing that we're going to do is to press this plus and connect a model. We're going to go into OpenAI. And if you are not connected yet, you're just going to press new credential. And here you see that you need to insert an API key. How do you do that? You're just going to go in your browser. And in here, you're going to type OpenAI Playground. In here, press here. You're just going to have to sign in case you're not. It's just a simple matter of confirming your email and sending the confirmation back. Top left, you're going to have the dashboard. You're just going to press it. And here you're going to have API keys. You're going to press it. And you're going to press top right, create a new key. You're just going to try test n8n AI agent. And you're going to press create secret key. In here, you can copy it back to your workflow and you can paste it. You name it as you want. So AI agent 2811 and you press save. Good. Now we have connected the OpenAI model. And we are just going to add a memory. We're just going to choose simple memory. I will not stop on these ones for now. And 5 means a context window that keeps 5 conversation. One conversation is me asking to the agent, hey, how are you? And if the agent answers, hey, I'm good, how are you? That's already 2, right? So the context is a total of 5. We are now going to connect our tools. And we mentioned that we want to be able to create an agent that, sends email, reads contacts, and schedule appointments. These are the 3 things that we want to try. We're going to press plus, and we're going to start with sending email. So Gmail tool, we're going to connect it. If you don't have it connected, you're just going to create a new credential, and you're going to just sign in with Google. It's as simple as it will just recognize you, and then you can come back here. I have it connected already. And here the message is send. Who do we want to send it to? We can actually use this button that tells the AI, please understand it based on the chat input that you receive. So you don't have to put it manually. And we can do the same for subject and also for the message of the email that we want to send. Here we're going to press add option. And what we're going to do is the first thing is we're going to remove the append n8n attribution. Why is that? Because when you send email, n8n at the end tries to market itself, of course, and you will see that at the bottom of the email there is simply email sent by n8n, and we just want to remove that, right? And then we can proceed with the next tool. Actually, let's rename this real quick Gmail tool. Okay. Press enter and fine. Then we are going to add a calendar. So Google Calendar tool, same as before. You can, if you're not connected, press right here, create new credential, and you're just going to sign in. As simple as that. If you want to rename it, also feel free to go there. In here, I'm already connected. What I'm going to do is the event is here and it will be created, right? So we are creating an event. And here it allows me to select the calendar. So if everything is correct, you will see your email right here. This is my dummy email. Start and end is when the event should start and when it should end. If we leave it like this, we have hard coded that it needs to start now and finish in 1 hour, no matter the input. So just like before, we're going to press this button, and then AI will be able to do this by itself. Now, we are fine with this. And we are going to add, actually, let's call this one a calendar tool, right? This is good enough. And we are just going to add the last thing, which is the sheet, Google Sheet tool. Also here, very simple, sign in with Google, same thing as before. All of them are the same. And in here, I have created a database that I'm going to show you now, and I'm going to show you what's inside so you can understand how it works. Perfect. So inside my Google Drive, I created this database. It's called client list, the name of the file, and the sheet is called with client list with an underscore. You will see why this is important. And here you can find name, surname, and email of the person that you want to reach out or send an email to. Now we go back to n8n. And we start again back from where we left, meaning that we have everything connected. And if everything is all right, here we should be able to find the name of the DB that we want to connect. We called it client list without the underscore, right? And here, if everything is connected correctly, we will see client list with the underscore, which is the name of the sheet that we have connected. Perfect. We don't need anything else right here. We are just going to rename again here this DB tool, and it's perfect. Now we have everything. The only thing that's missing is what we were discussing before as system prompt, which means that we need to tell now the agent how the agent should be using these tools, in which order, in what case, and etc. And in order to do this, we have some best practices that we can use that we're gonna see right now. We're gonna press AI agent, and in here, we're gonna press option and system message. I'm gonna press on expression because this enables me to expand it. And here I'm gonna teach you what is the best practice right now. And later I'm gonna just copy paste the prompt that I made so that you can understand it and reuse it however you prefer. The perfect prompt, in order to be able to have an AI agent that runs successfully, is structured as follows. You are A, and in here we're gonna write the identity. Meaning that's when we write, okay, you are a intelligent assistant and etc. And this is done because it really helps improve the accuracy of the prompt by X amount of percent, like theoretical stuff should be 30%, I don't recall precisely. Then your goal is to, and we are going to type here the goal that we want to achieve. And then you're gonna have, you have X tool available. Use them as follows, right? This is what I would consider to be the overview. And be cautious that we always write in Markdown right here because LLMs better understand Markdown than anything else. It's recommended at least. The second thing that we're gonna give the LLM is the tool overview. So tool overview. Here we're gonna say, so tool, actually let me put into brackets so it's clearer. Tool 1, name, and then description of tool 1. And then you can do absolutely the same for all of the tools that you have. Let me just have it here just because we have 3 tools, and then you're gonna be able to find all of these information in the new prompt that I am going to press. So here I'm gonna write tool 3 and tool 3. And once we give this, we are going to give some guidance on the output instruction, right? And here we're gonna say, follow some specific rules or rules. And lastly, because we are talking about AI agents that are managing time and date, by default, these agents are not good at understanding that. So we always input something along the way of date, time of today is, and we are going to use a dynamic variable. I'm not gonna explain it now in detail, but basically, here, it gives you as an output, if you see on the right-hand side, the date and time that is right now. It gives us in the format that n8n likes, without overcomplicating it. And this is the structure that you should follow in order to have a successful prompt. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna copy-paste the prompt that I already prepared, and then we're gonna read it together. Perfect, so here is the prompt. You are a helpful, intelligent personal assistant. Your task is clearly understand what the user is requesting in the input chat and use the tools in order to take the most appropriate action. This is crucial for me because if you don't take the appropriate action, I will commit some mistakes. You have 3 tools available, and then Gmail, calendar, and database tool with a brief description of what they are. Rules, always look inside the DB in order to understand if you have information regarding the person, and if you don't, please say it. For reference, the date time of today is BAM. We're now good to go, and we can try our AI agent. How do we do that? We're gonna open the chat right here, and we're gonna write, "Hi, how are you?" Here, we expect that the AI agent, as you can see, will just chat with the model and will not use these tools because none of those tools are required to answer this question. And the AI agent is smart enough that it will understand And there you go. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. And then here we start having our chat conversation. Here I'm going to test real quick the memory. What did I just ask you? And here it should say, you asked me how am I, and etc. Perfect. And now what I want to do is I want to validate that when I ask something related to a person, the first thing that the AI agent will do is go inside the DB, check the information, and then eventually send an email. So here I called myself, just for you to see, I called myself Pietro, and then I give, of course, my email. And so what I'm going to do is, hey, please send an email to Pietro saying, what's good, man? Perfect. Let's see what the AI agent does. It will now figure out here. Then you saw that it went in here to gather the data and the results of the person and of the human. Then what the AI agent did is it went back inside here to figure out now the task. And lastly, what it did was all the way here, it sent the email. The email is sent, has been sent. Is there anything that you would like me to do? And here I can go quickly check inside my email if I received it. Let me show it to you real quick. And the message that I just received is message from you, was good, man. So it worked and we got it. And lastly, we can validate the fact that we can also schedule appointments. So what we're going to do now is, hey, actually, let me dictate, which is maybe easier. Please schedule an appointment for 8 p.m. today in my calendar, saying that I need to go and have dinner with Marian. Perfect. In this case, the AI agent will start doing the thing. And now, of course, we did not access the Gmail tool because we did not ask to send any email. And what's left for us to do is just confirm that we actually have an appointment scheduled in our calendar. In order to do that, we're going to go here and I'm going to show it to you. And the workflow actually succeeded, but we can see that we don't have the title in here of the event. And why is that? The reason is because inside here, we didn't specify the title of the event that we should be setting up. And we didn't even say the AI agent that it can do it on his own. That's why now we're going to add it real quick. And we do that by pressing additional fields, going into summary. And we allow the AI agent to create a small brief summary for the event. And then we add another field and we add the description that should be somewhere here. Okay, there you go. I found it. And if I now rerun the same thing, so I'm just going to copy paste the prompt that I just did and see if it works right now. And we now have it. So congratulations, you now built your first AI agent in an A10. And if you want to access the blueprint, you can do it for free from the first link down below, which is the link in my school community. And you can download the blueprint and import it into your NA10 and check the prompt or see how I map the variable, and you can play around with it. With that being said, if you like the content, please subscribe and see you in the next one.